Welcome to Food Travelers. In this episode, we are in Siem Reap going to the Sofitel Angkor Resort Hotel, which is a golf hotel in Siem Reap, Cambodia, and we're visiting the restaurant, the Citadel, located inside. This restaurant, Micah, it's open breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I actually made a mistake and I thought I was coming here for the buffet, but I ended up not being there for the buffet. And so I actually ended up getting a 3-course meal during my time here for dinner. And they are actually open for breakfast 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., for lunch 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., and dinner 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Nice. Yeah, when I was looking at the website that you were coming here, I was actually looking forward to seeing what buffet options they actually had for this restaurant, and I did notice that they had some dancers too. Were you able to see any of that, or do you know anything about that?
When I was going through, that was one of the things that kind of caught my attention. And other than the buffet, and it was also they have in Cambodia, and there's a apsara dancing, so that's a traditional Khmer dance. And I was hoping to be able to film some of that while eating the buffet, but neither of that was there on the day that I was actually there, so I didn't get to have any of that. But I did get to enjoy this 3-course meal that I had instead, so it wasn't a total loss, and I actually really did enjoy the food that I did have. So as we come here to the beginning, of course, it's a kind of a French fusion restaurant, so there's a lot of French background, and there's also Khmer food, so you kind of offer a variety of both sides of Khmer and French. And some of it is fusion as well, but Mike, I don't know if you know, but there's a big history between France and Cambodia, so there's definitely a lot of things that are influential with Cambodia from the French.
Sure thing.
And to kind of start out, the appetizer that I actually ordered first was beef skewers, and this is more towards the Cambodian side. And the beef skewers actually came with some sliced vegetables and a curry dipping sauce. And before that, you saw there was the French bread, which was really, really delicious. One of the things I really love about being in Cambodia is because of that history with the French cuisine, they really took that really great ability to make great French bread and make it here. For some reason, it just tastes so different for me compared to what I have when I'm in the States. It's just extra delicious.
Probably to do with the flour and some of the local ingredients that they're using. Like when I was watching the video, it does sound like it's extra crunchy and or crispy, I can say. Just listening to when you're breaking the bread apart.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of show that. That's something that, at least in my experience, like I find that the majority of the places that I do go and have French bread has a really nice crisp to it, and then there's just this really great flavor and this great chewy texture on the inside. So the combination just makes it so wonderful, especially putting some butter on it. And as I mentioned earlier, this first course was the bread, and of course the skewers. The dipping sauce was a curry dipping sauce, and the sauce was really good. I really like Khmer curry, the Cambodian curry. There's just something a little different about it than regular curries if you've had it from like Japan or from India. There's just something a little bit different to it. It's a flavor for me that I can never get unless I go to a Cambodian restaurant and the Cambodian restaurant makes it well. In this case, of course, the dipping sauce was really, really nice, very flavorful, and just really delicious. The beef skewers were alright, that was okay. There are other places, and there was actually an episode where I went to a place called Rami, and that was really, really delicious beef skewers, and so I put the link down below on that one for you guys to see if you want to see that. But overall, that dish for the appetizer was pretty good. And then for my main dish, Micah actually had French onion soup, and if you watch some of our past episodes, or Micah, as you know, I've had quite the history with French onion soup because I just have not been able to find one that I really enjoy since a restaurant that we've been to called Khum back in Seattle, and that place, of course, as you know, is no longer there. But I've tried to search for other places to find one I like, and I have not until now.
I mean, I know this one is good in your opinion, but it is still different because they don't have that Gruyere cheese on top, and it is made with a bun style. I mean, it looks really cool. I mean, it does sound like it's pretty crispy on top too. But I mean, without that cheese layer on top, it's still, in my opinion, a little bit on a different scale.
For me, this was my second favorite French onion soup that I have. Of course, the first one was at Cremant, and that one actually it was baked in, had a Gruyere cheese on top, and that's really delicious. That's the one thing I did wish that this one had as well. But in terms of flavor-wise, it was really delicious. I know there's been some places we've had French onion soup in Las Vegas, and I've been extremely disappointed, so I usually don't order that much, but in this case, the flavors were so delicious with the onion and the soup itself. With the puff pastry, it was really nice, but I really did wish the cheese was there, but overall, that was really great, and I was really happy to be able to find that flavor again with the soup. And of course, now to finish off the meal, I had a banana flambe, and when I was going through the menu trying to order this one, I was hoping they would do it tableside, but they didn't, so it was kind of done in the kitchen and then brought out. But it's accompanied with a cashew ice cream, and so for me, I like Southeast Asian fruits. They tend to taste better. I mean, generally it's fresher, and they're coming from the countryside and everything, so it doesn't have that long export time frame in between. So that was one of the reasons why I actually wanted to order this, was because I kind of had the idea maybe it would taste a lot better than maybe some banana flambés that we've had previously at different restaurants.
Yeah, the ice cream definitely looks like it's really good, and everything looks like it's all made in the house, and everything should be pretty fresh being in Cambodia there. I wish I got to try everything. So overall, will you come back?
Yeah, definitely a great restaurant. I would like to come back at least one more time to have the French onion soup before I head back to the States. That would be awesome. So I'll definitely do that. But definitely a recommendation if you have time to come grab some here. To wrap up this episode is our notables for this visit to the Citadel at Sofitel Siem Reap. The French onion soup hit the flavor profile I was missing for so many years and couldn't find back in the States. The delicious savory beef broth combined with the tender onions provided a truly palate-pleasing soup with a beautifully decorated puff pastry cover that provided a small crunch to the tender onions. If you enjoy French onion soup, I definitely recommend having this soup as one of your courses at the Citadel if you're enjoying a fine dining experience in Siem Reap, Cambodia.
And to support our channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the YouTube algorithm. And for more photos, follow us on Instagram. See you guys on the next episode.